Hello, we're here with Megan St. Michael. She's our first artist that's showcasing in our window for Trends Art and Frame. We're doing exhibits now with artists that are members of Kamloops Arts Council. We've partnershiped with them. And Megan's our very first artist with her exhibit show going from, what dates was it?
November 6th to November 20th.
So you can come down to the mall, Aberdeen Mall, and you can see her work in the window, and if you like it a lot, come on in and talk to the artist. So Megan, how long have you been painting?
Most recently, I would say probably about the last 4 years, painting and drawing, I would say. I went to what's now Emily Carr back in the 60s when it was still the Vancouver School of Art, and earned my living as a photographer and a graphic artist for about 15 years. And then
you've been an artist your whole life.
I guess, even though I went into another career, you never stop being creative or using that part of yourself.
So what kind of artist would you call yourself?
I would say I'm mixed media artist. I work primarily on canvas or on board so far, and it really depends what I feel like doing as to what I do.
Well, some of the pieces you've got in there are almost like a sculpture. They come out from the canvas like 3-4 inches.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
They're done with acrylic and watercolor paper and media gels and that to build it up. I wet the paper, so it becomes, I guess, more of a pulp almost, and then shape it and play with it until something emerges.
So you just learned this on your own, just playing around?
Not entirely. A friend of mine showed me the basic technique. She was doing it in her own work, and then I think I ran with it, and really. I think mine tends to be a lot more out there.
And turned it into your own,
your
own thing.
Yeah.
So you've got some pen and ink, you've got some acrylic on canvas, and you've got these sculpturals.
Yeah, the mixed media.
Is it mostly acrylic you work in?
Acrylic and acrylic inks, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so far.
And the pen and ink is a different form again. Is that something new for you?
No, I've always drawn. I've got a lot of pen and inks. They're my moment. They're usually they're very quick. I'm
almost gestural kind of.
Gestural drawings. I love gestural drawings. On my website, I've got I was going to a life drawing group, and you'll see a lot more of my drawings. All kinds of. I really like drawing. Yeah.
So, whereabouts do you see your art heading with you? Where are you going with that? Any idea?
I guess it depends on what it speaks to me and asks me to do. I see myself doing more and more three-dimensional work, and perhaps I'll even get into sculpting. I have this vision of building mobiles, for gardens and things like that.
Anything that the creativity takes you to.
Yeah.
Okay, so Megan, you're holding the piece we were talking about. That's more of a sculptural piece. Would you like to tell us about it?
Well, I call it Rainflower. It feels like something very exotic that lives deep in the forest, and is kind of a mystery, and that you discover quite by accident. And its beauty, I hope it feels beautiful to people, but that's what it feels like to me.
Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and there's a little pearl in the middle of it. It's very, very beautiful to think that you've built that all up. Can you turn it a little bit so we can see the depth of it? Oh, wow. Yeah. That's awesome. Leave our audience with a little something. What would you give them as a tip or a line something that means something to you about your art, or something that gave you motivation for your art? Any little lines or thoughts or quotes or anything like that hit you, or am I putting you on the spot?
Well, no, there are so many things that other artists have said, and also what comes from my heart is that when you do intuitive art especially, I think any artist feels very exposed when they put their work out in public, especially for the first time in a solo show like this. And so I think it's face the fear and do it anyway. Take the opportunity and just stretch and find out where it takes you.
good advice. Go
Thank
ahead
you.
and fly, right?
Yes, I think so.
Another thing I'd like to know, I get asked this kind of stuff all the time, so I'm going to pass it on to other artists as I interview you. What made you want to be an artist? What draws you? What is your life? You know, the energy that gave you, like, I want to paint. Like, what keeps you going in there? What made you do that? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but it's sort of like if you don't do it, it comes out your pores and you get cranky and.
I get that. I really do. Like it's like this voice inside of you. Right?
Yeah, that insists. It's all. I think it's my inner self, my core self that is saying, this needs to be said, and you need to say it this way.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great way to say it. Mm-hmm. So again, Megan's show, her exhibit is in our front showcase window, and it runs till the 20th of November.
Yeah.
And come on down and have a look, and maybe you'll get lucky and meet the artist because she works for us as well. So thank you very much, Megan.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm just delighted to be in your window.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye-bye. Thank you.